Hello and welcome to EDSU 7309. This particular module will talk about the theory and history of law, policy, and education. Just as a review of what's going on here, we're going to look at the history, not just of education, of democracy. In the Supreme Court case of the Board of Education versus Pico in 1982, the judges wrote that schools are the nursery of democracy. Educators must teach and model respect for the rule of law, justice, and democratic governance. One of my favorite sayings comes from Lord Acton, where he said power tends to corrupt and absolute power corrupts absolutely. As moral and ethical leaders in education, we have to respect the rule of law, but also the teachings of Christ. Just like all other PowerPoints in this particular course, make sure that you use this presentation as a guide to help your reading and be able to research the things in this course and the activities with the assignments here. Take time to review this presentation. Reach out, look at other research that's out there. Educators always try and stay on top of what is current, and because this course takes current topics, being on top of current events always helps. As you take a history lesson of our democracy and our government, there's three basic documents that are important to the development of what we do every day as educators and citizens. When you look back at the Magna Carta, the Declaration of Independence, and the U.S. Constitution, everything in law and policy is based on those three documents. We all have taken civics lessons in the past and understand that within the U.S. government there are three branches: the legislative, administrative, or executive, and the judicial branch. The Constitution was written to ensure that there is a separation of power and that there is no infighting between those branches. Each one has a check and balance over the others. When we talk about power and understanding who does what, the federal powers obviously are found in the U.S. Constitution and federal law that's been passed by Congress and signed by the President. State powers are delegated to them through the state constitutions and state law. Also, the U.S. Constitution delegates anything that is not mentioned in the Constitution as states' rights. The powers reserved to the people are not specifically stated in either constitutions or in code. As you go through this course, you're going to look at various court cases, laws, policies, and implementations. We're going to be looking at the U.S. Constitution and case law, specifically U.S. Supreme Court cases. We'll also look at U.S. regulations and U.S. code. Our sources of state law we'll be looking at, especially in the Walsh textbook, are the state constitution, state court opinions, statute, regulations, and obviously our experiences as educators. One of the authors, John Dayton, said it best when he said, "Good laws, policies, and administrations serve a just and efficient system of problem resolution." De Tocqueville obviously said, and it was rather humorous, "In a democracy, people get the government they deserve." And boy, have we seen that in modern times.